First time they met up, and this will decide who's going to take the lead or DRX to tie it up.
Final fist bumps across tables as we once again turn our attention to Icebox, the opener in this best of three, elimination on the mind, and potentially a dance with Optic tomorrow.
Lower bracket finals. One more step, one more chance for both of these teams. The last hopes for their respective regions. The last opportunity for a podium finish for both of them. FPX, potential second one, and DRX, their first ever.
I mean, they've already defied expectations. They've already laughed in the face of a curse that was before them for so long that plagued them the entire year. And for them to get further is just icing on the cake. But you know their eyes are set on far much more than that. You see a DRX starting off on attack. They're going to wake their way over to A, and it's really just...
Yeah, they're playing retake FPX.
Yeah.
And look, all 5 members are already rotating through. They want to use the utility that Zipon has, paired up with a bunch of other stuff too, to get back in this fast. And there immediately the season and aid.
He just exploded.
And the problem here is this wall is going to fall, but they're not fast enough actually with the pistols.
Second time's a charm, or so they say. The spike eventually does get planted. See FPX approaching, or at least attempting to approach and think through this retake. They're going to have to do with the pesky player who's playing further up.
Marco is playing lineup as well.
He swings as the wall goes down, and Artist is there to greet him. But you're right, lineups are going to be a problem here. Shao has gotten it all the way to half. Has to peel back. Buzz waiting for the challenge. Boy, did he get one. But can Mako? I don't know that it's going to be enough. Yeah, Angel's just going to stick it. There was not enough in the post plant.
Only one molly there for the lead. And the first challenge here. Do some damage to this anti-eco of FPX.
I know DRX are set up towards A, but look at that brutal setup down B long. You've got Artist with a Vandal and Zipan with the Guardian.
Immediately getting the heal off too, so he gets happy to face check there with no risk. And the wall funnels them too. They're playing this anti-eco very well so far. You even have Angel now rotating over. Ready potentially for a hot when this wall comes back up.
Our Prowler swinging around the corner. You see Patience out of stacks. Remember, he was the one who just got destroyed by the Season 8 combo previously. Still holding the spike in the same spot he was in before. A couple of spams through the Viper wall, nothing doing quite yet. Mako
Late wall here, they could be really up close though.
It's a really late wall. Shao's already spotted the first. A little bit of spam through. There's still time to pivot if need be. But for now they stay. For now they hold their ground. Committed to getting into A at whatever which way possible. And Buzz from up top with the Headhunter's going to get one down. 4v4 here. The fact that they've gotten this far up, the fact that they've gotten the spike down is impressive in and of itself. But Sugetsu with the spam through the smoke shows he's pretty impressive himself. Now you see DRX start to fall apart. Sugetsu has already gotten 3 on the round. And while Mako has 2 this time, surely. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh! And he still has lineups! He still has 2!
The orb isn't down though. And, oh my goodness, Artist.
He's just gonna hold it.
He could definitely hold it through that even.
Mako, Artist goes up top. Mako's so weak, he has to back up. Second molly gone. No more post plant to deal with. Artist has a massive decision before him. Artist on the tap. The swing! And Artist stops disaster.
Puts down the 1v4.
My goodness.
That was so ridiculously close. Well, actually, they're still gonna go for it. But look at Mako. He has his Viper's Pit online already. So win condition here for FPX. Make sure they don't get on the site, especially this B side.
Artist playing top yellow. And really everyone from DRX is here. Patience from the attacking side is now the utility goes up. Now they want to make a play. Artist having to give the space up. The rendezvous. Hitting him back, and Artist goes back in.
Everybody flashed?
Yeah, but this time there's nothing for him to get out with. Stacks on the plant. Angel playing close by.
Super unconventional.
Yeah.
That wall, I mean, there's no way you can get those nades in.
Not easily. And now you have the Viper Pit you're going to have to do with 2. Angel trying to clear out back yellow. Not able to succeed either. But maybe Zipan can. A 4v3 here. Zipan the only one with the weapon. The only one. Actually, Shao just upgraded. Now he has a Vandal. Still so healthy. DRX are still so patient.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh. Oh no! Shao only gets one, but Zipan's gotten 3 on the round. How has Sax gotten to this point? A 1v1. Sugetsu on the swing. There's not anything there. The Red Bull clutch for Stax.
FPX have their pit of their own now.
Bro, if every round is going to be like that, we're in for a wild ride.
Look at that, slow as well. No, the pits, it failed. It just failed. And you know that everybody's thinking right now, the chip on the shoulder coming in with FPX, and that's what happens.
Oh my gosh.
Artis.
Oh, tried getting away.
Gun here.
Just ridiculous. And the entire game plan was set up to use that pit. So we'll see what happens here, but Sugetsu has to play with just his wall. He didn't even get a chance to put his orb.
Still has one Molly to play with too.
And they still have that massive denial potential with Zipan's nade still up. They have a slow, they still have as well a Molly as well to combine, and the C's.
They have tools, and they've shown efficacy in those tools in the past. This time it's going to be a slightly different flavor. Sax is going to take some damage nonetheless. Heal, top and back off, and they back right up. But now Buzz pushing forward, or at least expecting, anticipating someone to be swinging around the corner. While FPX patient on how they approach this. Now you see the utility whir through the sky and dump onto the side, and Sax wants to go aggressive. He's just waiting on the other side of the wall, and he's flashed up to high heaven. Can't see a bloody thing. That Stax has gotten 2. He tries to go up high, but RB is the one who cleans it up. But Shao down low. It's the jumping classic.
Looks a little scuffed, but
I mean, very scuffed.
they have the showstopper, the tour de force, if they want to pop it, if they find themselves in a situation where they get a pick, and you've seen artists work magic with the Guardian.
Choosing to be the one to tote the weapon here is Artis, and that's exactly where they're pushing into. And you see DRX, they crouch down.
RB has his knife up too. So they can potentially sniff out the fact that Artis is over on this side, but he did get RB.
And Sugetsu swung at the exact same time, but the res brings RB back. Remember here, the weaponry, not great for FPX.
This angle from Buzz is so difficult to deal with.
Yeah, just a little something you can look through too. You see Stax trying to play close by, Mako waiting for any sort of rotation through mid. And there it is! Oh, but Sugetsu was wise to it. What a clean shot! Zest able to take care of Zipan.
Look at that patience from Zestu. He could have gone for that kill, but he falls back into his team, where he can be more effectively traded. Sugetsu's getting a lot of space here, though.
Artis playing up top. The Guardian finds nothing, while DRX find it all, including the lead.
B, Stacks, everybody super strong to start things off.
And again, seemingly unfazed by the historic run that they're making right now. A cozy one-round lead. You see Artis, who had the tour de force, as you mentioned, starting to control mid-map. And boy, has he gone up far. The Nightfall going to clear out A. You see the knife, you see the Prowler, you see the
that
wall.
nade.
But it's the nade, you're right. That changes things.
As soon as they're setting up to actually use utility on their execute, they're all behind this Pipes position, so they use a nade and a seize, and it's perfectly placed. Now Zipan can cause so much trouble with the showstopper.
I mean, he's just waiting for the cue, right? Whatever it is. They've shown willingness to go off a utility that's seen, and there it is. He's patient! The wall up into the eye didn't kill Zest at all, but Mako does!
Nobody's swinging with him there. Shao way too far away from the wall, doesn't want to go through the decay either.
Stax playing close by is now Shao. You mentioned he was one of the few that remained, having to deal with that pesky wall. And they get through one panel. Artis has to find value out of this tour de force here. He still has a Vandal, and he's managed to upgrade too as well. Sugetsu has fallen.
Oh, wow.
Artis with the ult. Oh, the timing's not good. Can Shao do it on his own? No. Mako gets 3, DRX get 4. Won the last 4 rounds. Cozy on money, still have a couple of ults to work with too, including RB's.
There's 2 players here close. Zipan and Artis. And remember, Benkai mentioned the height difference with these Prowlers.
Absolutely right. Is he gonna find value? Oh my goodness, he is, with nothing but a Spectre.
It's not clearable, that position. They're still fighting for this, though. They're gonna actually push.
Are they gonna swing into him? Oh my gosh, they're gonna swing into him, and he swings right back!
The knife Why are the knives out? They're just not committing to that push. Want to fall back instead.
They seem hesitant, apprehensive.
Last player
As they
standing.
mull over really every decision before him, and indecision is failure oftentimes.
There's just little precision on that approach. Walking up close. I think maybe they're trying to scoop a gun? Maybe. And that could have made a difference, but you know you didn't not of Jen.
Can he deliver?
You could easily dodge this angle.
There's no satchel or anything to go fast off of, right? There's got to be flesh, there's got to be something, but no, they just walk right past him, or at least attempt to.
Potentially the worst player to fall here for stacks on this attack side.
Absolutely.
No Sage Wall now, and they've been relying on it late in the rounds.
I mean, it's been so pivotal to their plan. It's been so integral to their identity in this half. The Prowler, the shot, and Artist does it again. With the crowd before him, he answers the call. But again, the C's nade, this time from RB. It's good.
No TP available there either. Pulled it back immediately.
Oh, that knife was gonna hit all three.
That pings them up, but there's no follow-up, so they can easily wait this out. A little concerned now about the flank because Buzz is down, so look at all of them basically watching the back. And with the noise not being there for them, you have to consider that.
Yeah. Now,
Still utility to get through here, though. I mean, they still have the C's, they still have the nade.
30 seconds left.
Xiao's playing close by too, and they've got to set up on his clear. The Prowler does too. Mako with some clean shots, and RB does too, but Zipan! He can snatch it back. Can Mako do this 1v2? He's waiting. You see the rotation starting to come through. He has already spotted Zipan. Who else is there? Spots them both. 13 seconds left.
They got
He's
time
gotta
on their
get the flag
side.
Down, and it's a game of chicken. Challenges them to swing, and he gladly does.
Started off that round, and RB just walked through a wall. Look at this FPX, complete A side, open. They're just using the Prowler to get Artist set up here. Sugetsu finally rotates in, but they get the wall so they can funnel him in.
DRX maybe okay with that. Look, RB and Sax are both up top already, excuse me. Yeah, it all works out. Angel's already fallen.
here.
The wall goes up, and remember how important that's been to their success. There's got to be a challenge. You can't let him swing,
RB.
and RB does not. Now the Viper's Pit that they're going to have to navigate. A 5v3 in favor of DRX off of the timeout. And it seems gorgeous. Full control in this round, full control in this site. But can Zipan do anything about it? Artist still has the op, trying to find something free.
That's what they're trying to call it right now, trying to get out of there.
Yeah.
And
they're-
flashbacks to that last retreat they had, though, where they lost two immediately. It's not going to be the case.
No, they're gone, man. They're out. Can Stacks find anything? Ooh.
He might be dead. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's just dead.
I mean, the op is going to hold this angle, right? Surely. Oh, no.
What?
No.
I mean, UP has worked, and obviously now in the top four, in the lead so far. 2 rounds, he just walks through and gets entries against top-tier players here.
And again, if he doesn't swing and get that kill, the spike doesn't get planted. That was enormous. This time, DRX pushing towards Belong. They're all here, with the exception of Mako, who's making sure there's no one on the field. They're gonna go here. No ultimates on the side of FPX. Sugetsu's close. Zipan's already gotten one. Oh my goodness, they've just mowed them down.
Nothing to break that high-low setup. Just nothing. They had too many players there to break, obviously, the haunt that went out from Zest, and there's just nothing else.
Yeah. Now with 50 seconds left, you wonder how DRX want to approach this. They've got plenty of money. I mean, they're sitting cozy. But they're just so outnumbered. Oh, that's going to help.
Angel, a misstep.
Ooh, that nade. Oh, it didn't hit him at all. Hard is holding back yellow with
30
the op.
seconds left.
Press through, and that's going to cause everyone to swing.
Intention over towards this B side completely. Last round he was paired up with the 2 who had that high-low setup.
And remember here, the last time they pushed into Artis with the op here on A, he found a lot of value. He wasn't able to close out the round, but he had gotten 2 kills.
They're doing a great job disrupting him, though. That slow that's landing top pipes, that's Artis' most preferred position to peek from. So instead, he has to find other ways. The top gen peek or down below. And obviously, that's just as risky as well.
All right, and the Prowler clears that out.
Denying Artis any of that early space that he wants. And as Chamber, it's really hard to get back in there without taking immense risks.
And that's exactly what he's doing.
Teleport's ready.
Now he's got the rendezvous set up so he can get away safely.
That knife from RP is up again, though. Yeah, he has to get out.
They're being very calculated about Artis. You're absolutely right. And you saw it there again. But you can't keep him down for long, can ya?
And normally the... Oh, my goodness.
It was a quick swing up from RB. But Artis gives the space back up. You see him trying to spam through that wall up in net.
That's going to get... Oh, my goodness. He has
almost
to
got
get up.
spammed, and there's Zipin with the ult. The Phantom gets one, not able to get the second. 4v3 in favor of FPX.
Stax has his res. It's behind the wall right now. They want to go for it. They're going for it.
But Artis is still a problem, but it was a bait. Sugetsu cannot do it all on his own. And he's having a good time. Really, all of DRX are. They find themselves up 3 in the first half on FPX's map pick.
Knife there designed to instantly find Artis. The tour de force up now in this last round. Doesn't find him though, so they know potentially he's lurking here.
Here's a cheeky little setup. Artis holding this low angle.
There.
While Zipan's close by up top.
They have a potential to pounce here. You know that knife that RB continues to throw, if they wait for it, Artis can stick it, and Zipan can jump on top pipes here.
About 15 seconds roughly before he gets it back. Maybe even a little less, so we'll see. And there it is, it's up right now.
Still though, Mako has the threat of lurking down mid.
And there's really nothing to hold it. I mean, you've got Angel who's looking close by. Oh, and they just dropped the Haunt in there too. Rotation start to come through. RB waiting with the flash and the Prowler to clear him out. They spotted the knife, and that should give them some space, but they're going to re-peek. They're going to go right back into it. Angel's already fallen, but Zipan's still here. And there are 2 beneath them! Right before him, and Zipan does it again! He's got 4 on the round. Mako's not around either.
Almost every other team in the world would have crumbled at this point.
Oh, Muzz has spotted a lot of players. He takes a little bit of damage, manages to get away. Meanwhile, Sugetsu's playing back towards A to see if there's anyone coming in on the flank, and they still have the opportunity to pivot to A should they choose to do so.
I think that might be a little bit of a remnant of DRX playing a lot of Jet on this map recently. And expecting these fast flanks.
Sure.
It's just not coming just yet. And obviously, no Jet on this one.
The thing is, Sugetsu also hasn't gotten up super far, right? So they don't really understand what pressure is awaiting for them on A.
50 seconds, a lot of time to work through it, but not much utility. Angel's already used his Prowler. The nice thing here, look at Artis' position. He's all the way up B. Can easily catch rotators to hit a nasty flank.
And what I like about it, how FPX are playing this, is they're hedging bets on both sides, right? Like, they take some space B, pivot back to A. They could pivot back B if needed, or Artis can just hit the late
He's all the way deep.
Look
Buzz
at how-
might have just spotted him, though.
Oh, look at how far back he is, and they're going to rotate into him. He's got to get a kill here. If he falls, the rotation back towards B is in trouble. It's in peril. Artis trying to dance, trying to stay alive, and you feel them start to swarm, and Artis falls. But the thing is, with 15 seconds left, they don't really have time to go anywhere else. They have to commit to be here.
At the wall, they can easily plant. Oh, the nade go through that wall.
Oh, Sugetsu got to find another, and he does. Chao gets to play it down to 4v3, turns into a 4v1.
There's no segments left, and they're still taking the fights.
The late round call, the late pivot.
Everybody out of position dealing with Artis' flank and Sugetsu in mid.
Boy, did that pay off. FPX win the second round pistol. We call 5 stack towards B from DRX off of the knife, and there's everyone here. Zipan's gotten past it, though. He satchels his way up. The Prowler's going to spot one.
This is a stack. You mentioned it, all 5 players here, but they're working him right now. Zipan on top, Artis down on bottom, and that nade is perfect to do damage to both him and Zest. down below.
This has been so well played from FPX, man.
A far cry difference from that anti-eco in the first half. And they felt out the stack. They got a couple kills of it, did cut their losses, and took the other side. Look at Sugetsu. He's all the way deep.
If they continue to expose the soft sides of the map like this, DRX are in trouble. I think the fact that we've already seen FPX circumnavigate the defenses of DRX, I mean, it's only been 2 rounds.
Yeah, but it's only been 2 rounds, all right? This is an eco trying to stack them off. Yes, though. I mean, on that pistol round, you're certainly right. It reminds me of the way that Optic ends up working the rotations against all sorts of teams, but DRX specifically.
Sugetsu just on the other side.
One enemy remaining.
And the timing, it didn't look like it was going to work in his favor, but he does eventually swing out, get the last 2 with the Ghost, and get FPX.
The FPX side. And note, the only Phantom in the server, actually 2 Phantoms, Buzz and Mako, so all that light armor on the side of FPX hurts a little bit.
There certainly has the potential to, for sure. FPX cheating towards A. You do have 2 members from DRX here, in Buzz and Stacks. And they're about to have their hands full, man. Oh, he spotted a shoulder. But is that enough to draw rotates? You see the nade, he's got to get away. Buzz looking for reswing, he spotted one too. Now the Prowler down, the wall up. And somehow FPX have made their way through this site.
And no casualties for them either.
Yeah.
No picks though either too, so they have to stay up close to maybe force them to make a mistake here.
Sugetsu on the bottom of the mini-map there, checking the flank. He also has 2 mollies he can deal with for post-plant.
Cheeky position there from Artis. Easily spammable if they find it out. Ooh, what a molly.
So they give this face up, but no, forget the spam. It's Artis who's gonna get the kill. But Zest on the swing.
Ciao.
Oh my gosh, he was just on the other side, but he's caught! He's patient, and he's rewarded!
Players fighting you at that moment. Super difficult. But Xiao just rips them apart because of it.
Oh.
Good spam too from Angel. Very aware Buzz, lurking in the midst.
And he did he's down to 48 HP. Yeah, he's gonna get a heal up.
Zest did rotate after the haunt information in mid, so Zeston getting a little ahead of himself.
Nice shot up from Stacks.
Nade got off though, so plenty of space still helped. Not taking any risks here in this anti-eco to the sheriffs of DRX, and there was plenty of these rounds won from both sides in their initial playoff bout.
Gonna try to rotate back towards B. And now the Prowler only made its way up from Zest to 410, so they don't really know if there's anyone further back. They still have to respect the possibility that it's an A hit. And it's not until they see something at B that they can pull off.
30 seconds left.
That seems to be enough. They hear the Satchels going through. They're going to start to dump utilities.
Buzz is in the smoke.
Marked 1.
DRX have to pull back. And you're right, he's in the smoke. Oh gosh!
Artis,
Quick right click gets the kill!
Down B.
he's stuck behind the wall. He gets up on the rope. Oh my goodness.
He's still playing up so aggressively,
So he's
waiting
got to get
for
the spike.
challenge.
The molly missed, so the spike's going down.
Yeah, so he manages to get it down. Artis still playing it
What?
up. Oh,
He just
but
gave a
RP
vandal.
gets the kill! You're right. Sure, oh, they don't pick it up. They're just gonna challenge. Maybe they've missed it either way. Zipan's got a 1v2, and it's much more manageable now that there's not a vandal on the other side! But it doesn't matter! Mako with the shots, RB with the defuse, and DRX with the clap back.
Thrifty.
The loss of position early on this plant. Not gonna really cut too deep, but that's not a round DRX should have won.
Not at all, and it keeps the map close.
Hey, I'm all for it. The closer the better.
I mean, it just continues this back and forth, right? Like this trading of blows that we've discussed.
So the ult to note here is Sugetsu. He's got his pit, and FPX have been so far very good at getting on the site. So what does DRX have cooked up here?
Oh,
They're looking for a mid. There's so many pits that you could use here in mid.
maybe
that
a
can
kitchen
cause
one.
yeah, kitchen. There's the kitchen lurk,
Yep.
the one that goes all the way up top nest.
Is that tower gonna get deep enough? Yeah, it is. Oh, and you heard a lot of gunfire on the other side of that. Really no reason to conceal anymore as you hear him thunderfooting up to into kitchen. Zest is on the other side, but he can't get in. The Prowler
be
can't
for the
get in
nest plant.
either.
The nest plant is so brutal to deal with,
Yes, it
especially
is.
without mid-control, and Zipon's holding on to it right now. And he even gets RB.
He's gotta find more.
Oh, that spam's getting mighty
Oh
close!
my gosh!
30 seconds left.
The spike wasn't
Spike
down.
down B.
And Sugetsu's the Viper now planning.
There's still plenty of time though. There's still plenty of numbers. Can the rest of DRX chip away at what they have set up?
No.
Oh my gosh! It's gotten down to 2!
But I have to ask, why again, Artis? You have the option of staying in the pit.
Punished for his mistake, and now it's a 2v2. Sugetsu still keeping the pit up as the spike ticks away.
Save.
Yeah.
Can't get in. You know that rope's being covered.
Oh my gosh, what a hold. And yes, blunders aplenty, but what a hold.
So, okay, they did use a combination. And the
Oh.
typical place to lurk. That'll get the kill. Zipon's gonna potentially chase here. That's 2. They had to get out of there with the plant the way that it was. FPX either way.
You want to play? Let's play.
But the gun's available to the side of DRX. We've seen this before, FPX. They put Zipon on top. They use that molly to clear out the boiler spot from Zest. And now Zipon, a big threat.
I mean, Artis too, they just used the Roomba to get Artis so much space up.
And Artis is a very safe fight given the wall. They could always put that up. Has to chase them through 2 segments of it. And now they can cut noise. Wall's back up. They have to use some utility here by Zest to clear in. There's the Prowler. They're going to push in front of that wall right now. But even that's not giving you too much information.
No.
Could still be up in that kitchen segment. They could still be in the 2.
Off of that, you just saw Sax had to check it.
Zipon had to give it up, though. And there was 2 mollies there. He could have struck with the showstopper. But instead, they'll go for the standard here.
5-man death ball towards B.
30 seconds left.
Zipon has ult. He has no satchels to go with. Oh, and Mako spotted off the on, and now the Prowler's there. He still has the Viper's Pit, but he's got a nade on his
nade.
lap. Oh, but it's not going to hit him. This wall goes up, and he has to try to spam through it. There you hear the ult.
He's seized. Oh, the
They tried
cancel.
clearing the wall.
RB with his no command at the perfect time, and that showstopper's gone. Mako has his ult too. He can put it down at any point to start this retake off.
Patience right now from the Viper players. Buzz trying to clear out back yellow, trying to see what he can find with the op, and he's going to spot a couple of members, but the shot goes wide. Is there help? Yes! It is help in the way of RB. Sugetsu playing close. They put up a wall of their own, and it easily disintegrates. It melts right before them. A 3v2 here. Sugetsu and Xiao try to hold the line, and so far they've done it. Can Buzz 1v2? No!
Fast again, the same wall. Zipon on top of 2. RB. Oh,
He was
this
much
is going through.
He was much more aggressive this time around too. Zest with the Prowler in his face swings around, it's down to 6 HP, and Zipan, you see it, he was expecting the swing from Sax. Mako's fallen, RB's still close by, but they're just getting ripped to shreds.
Those 2 picks right now that you see on your screen, the 2 blue X's of DRX's death. Super unconventional spots. Artis goes all the way up there. And that's a great mix-up.
Choosing to use the Nightfall to get into A.
Clears all the site.
Yeah. And Artis is the first to follow, but maybe Buzz with the Tour de Force can do something here. Using an ever-important ultimate. And well, that's certainly gonna help. What the heck was that?
Only 3 bullets in his headhunter.
Only 3 guys left on the other side. Angel, Xiao, and Zipan trying to hold this.
Might as well go for it here.
He slipped ahead, and he spotted 1. He's gotten it down to 2.
That wall's a problem, though. He has to play from this side as the chamber. Can't break it.
But there is no post plant. There's really nothing left, so he still has to take the fight, and Xiao's waiting on the other side. And Xiao cleans him up. He was holding the angle, and it was all
Control. And that mix-up that FPX just called puts so many thoughts in the coaches and IGL's head right now. RB, can you escape? Good flash.
Very good flash. Remember, Zifan found a lot of value from this spot just a couple of rounds ago.
Really haven't gone for a full push-up kitchen yet. And also, they know that Buzz is playing here. Remember, they got the TP off immediately. So if they can take down Buzz, Sugetsu gets unlocked. RB's going to challenge, though. Good awareness. Just have the clock in your head to be able to wait. They're going to re-challenge him, actually. Trying to keep him down in here.
But there are two here. Oh my goodness. He's dangerous with it. He's bold with it. Artist goes down. Artist goes right back up. Oh, and there was a swing off of Buzz. Somehow Artist stays alive, though. And they've gotten the spike down. DRX was such an advantage. Such a numbers advantage. My goodness, not again. DRX finds one, Zipan finds another. They're outnumbered and they don't seem to care, but DRX finally come to life.
All the kills swinging in their favor there. Artist trying to claw something back. And top two. And keeping somebody watching him backside of Boiler. Great trap setup. This is where you got to equalize here if you're DRX. Try to break the bank right now.
You have to.
And it's a big round to try to stop right now because FPX got this Viper's Pit again, remember. Success that you can find with it.
Zipan's just so bold, man, in the face of the haunt. Position given away in the flash there. Somehow he survives.
Survives, but did not get the space. The ponytail from Xiao.
They still are working their way forward. Mako has to hold things, and he's seen two members already. There it is on the second swing. Xiao's able to claim it out, but Zest holding things back, at least temporarily. Artist is left in this 1v3. He's gotten into a 1v2. RB's weak. Buzz is healthy.
He's in front of the wall.
77,
He's stuck.
4 armor. He's gotten it down to 1, but he has no idea where Buzz is. Guessing every which way he can, and Buzz, third time's a charm.
Distance and using those stingers to burst past the time you think that they're getting stopped. Yes, Stacks is here. Yes, Mako's here. They can get both of those key utility factors to delay down. But if FPX just say, let's go anyways. I can find room for Artists to work absolute magic with that Vandal.
It may be overwhelming on the other side. Zipan's got to close the gap. There it is. Oh, but the Stinger, he only shot 1 bullet. Sax was happy to greet him there.
He was so far ahead of his team.
It wasn't cohesive. It wasn't comprehensive either. They just kind of walked into it with a whimper.
So same thing that you faced last time if you're DRX. You know how you shut it down. Use the wall to get in behind them and all fight at the same time from all sides of the site.
Note here, Zest and RB have key ultits.
Teleport's ready.
To work with. And once again, they're just waiting for whatever the Q is. Mako's already spotted one. And Sax actually gets the first kill into Xiao. Yeah, the Stingers are just not doing what they were intended to do whatsoever. The Prime Gaming flawless.
Investment right now, and they have to fight. The better buy here from DRX.
Again, an aggressive spot from Zipan as he's gotten down low, and I don't think they know that
He's so
swung
far
around
ahead
the
again.
corner. Oh, but RB saves the day!
Again, he's by himself, completely untradeable. And his teammates didn't even get extra space. They don't even know. Oh, Buzz.
I thought that hit.
It did hit.
I thought it hit harder.
Angel 5 and 18. He was crazy good in the game against Xset. He was the guy. Instead of Sugetsu and Xiao, it was him and one of those two.
He was electric. Buzz not able to hit the elbow on that shot.
Ooh, the slow keeps him in no man's land.
He's got to back that thing up. Still holding back yellow. Artist on the other side.
RB still has this, no command, just use them. They can't even execute. 40 seconds left. This delays them for so long, honestly. At this point, what do you do, the team?
Yeah, do you pivot? Do you stay?
30 seconds left.
You don't have very much time. You don't have very many options either.
It's the last pulse. 20 seconds to execute, get the site. plant down. We saw nothing there.
Good night. That was a wide swing though, bro. Now they know you see the nightfall. Both ultimates used. Shao has fallen. RB trying to keep them back even further as Artist creeps his way up. And with 9 seconds left, they still haven't gotten the spike down. Now Suigetsu trying to do it, and the Haunt's going to find some value. I don't know that it was enough. Oh, the second kill! There's no time!
No key tools from DRX.
You see the financial implications of how FPX have approached the last few rounds. A Sheriff, a Guardian, a Bulldog, 2 Bulldogs to keep the map alive.
And when the wind conditions is your pit, you don't want a Guardian or a Sheriff. Bulldogs are okay. They just took a little bit of space here towards B, used a little bit of utility, and then fell back. But look at DRX. They're even closer than they've ever been on that lane. So they know what's up. Zippon has to go huge here.
Absolutely. He's been so good.
25 and 17. He's been the guy to get these spaces done, and oh, he's in the smoke. He disappeared. No.
There's no value found with the ult, but he's taking the space. How much more can he find? There it is. There's a good one.
Gotta find the Viper though. He's still inside.
It has to go down. Mako up top. It's a barrel right into his ear. But Zipan's still alive.
They still have the pit.
Maybe not healthy, but he's still trying to make a play on the round. You see the pick go up, and it goes right back down. That's DRX take Icebox.
The first matchup between these two teams went the absolute distance in the first map. But this one a little less draining than that first one. What was it, 6 overtimes?
Yeah.
We're going to Haven next. That's DRX's pick. FPX saw what happened to them against Fnatic and thought they could do the same, but no, not even close.
Oh my goodness. What a map.
I even forgot about that.
It just feels so long ago.
Just ridiculous performance from so many players.
DRX showed some grit, man. The second half felt so dominant in FPX's favor.
And don't, yeah, I mean, you're right. What was it, 4 rounds in a row at least?
Yeah,
FPX
6 of 7.
winning.
Yeah. 6 of 7 to start the second half. It was just so good.
Those mid splits started to come in, and it was fully FPX favored. And then FPX tried to work around the same idea and just got shut down. Here's the last round. RB, what a monster he's been.
Again, in a different role. And he has delivered.
Here at Istanbul, he's just been absolutely nasty. Just nasty.
And he still has the chance to continue to be nasty. Mako popped off.